I can't remember exactly when, but it was back in high school. I remember the bus drive home. I was chatting with my friend about video games, and he tells me about this game called Tibia. And I had never heard of it. Nobody has ever heard of it, but I'm going to pull up here an image. It's one of the oldest RPG games online, MMORPG games. It was launched on January 7th on 1997. So it's something like RuneScape. Here's a few pictures of what it looks like. So, you are a character and you have equipment and you go and you fight monsters, you level up, similar to any other RPG. Now, it's kind of like RuneScape for those of you who played RuneScape. Anyway, long story short, I became addicted to this game. I was playing all the time. So the thing that caught me, I just love the fact that you would level up, you would fight better and bigger monsters as you increased, in levels and strength and the skills. There was a particular summer where I was playing 14-hour days. Like I would literally wake up, turn on the computer, play, and then it was like 2 a.m. or something, and I would just go back to sleep, then do it again. And I did that for so long. And I wasn't the only one. The people who were playing these games were hardcore addicted. And they had this website called Tibia Hall of Fame. I'm going to pull it up right here. That showed the people who were at the highest levels of the game. And back then when I used to play, I can't remember the exact year, somewhere around like 2007, 2006, somewhere around there. Like the highest level was about 200, 300, something like that. I can't remember, but it wasn't higher than that. It was like 200, 300. Someone had just broke the 300. Maybe they were on their way to I don't know. I think that was it. And it was super hard to level up. It would take you hours, if not weeks, to get one level higher. I remember I got my character to level 100 and it felt like the biggest achievement. You had to play so much, and every time you died you would go back to like 2 levels back. You would lose a ton of skills, you would lose your equipment. It was super painful. I remember just even crying, as silly as that sounds, because I would die and I would just be so pissed. So anyway, every once in a while, every a couple of months, I would go back here to this website and I would check how people are doing. And you can see here there are people now that are at level 1798, level 1606, and so on. And so you could see at the very top, 107, only a few, the 5th place is 200 levels down. So this game takes a while for you to to level up. Now, what I learned here though, as I go through this list, because what I find impressive is that I recognize some of the people, not everybody, of course, but I recognize some of the people in this list as people that were playing back when I used to play more than 13 years ago. I can't, I don't have the exact timeline, but yeah, a long time ago, maybe even more than that. Maybe, I don't even know, back when I was 17 years old or something, so many years ago. Anyway, there are people here that have been playing for that long. And obviously, they're one of the top players now. And so for me, I've always, every time I come back here to this website, I get reminded of this success principle, of this lesson on success, about success. And it's nothing profound, but it's always profound when I look at this page, which is, you just got to stick to it longer than everybody else. You just got to keep showing up, keep trying. So there are obviously people that I would imagine are still playing who are not at the highest level. So there is a requirement where you have to try every day, but there's also longevity. The longer you stick to it, the higher the chances are that you're going to outcompete everybody. And so that is a huge lesson for me in success. I can show you here another example. So I was, again, scrolling through YouTube 2 days ago, and I came across this video called What 60,000 hours of playing Halo actually looks like. I spent so much time, so right after I quit Tibia, this other game, I spent so much time with my brother playing Halo until midnight or after, and we were supposed to wake up like at 6 in the morning to go to school. And we would just play this every day. I was, again, addicted to this thing. I've always had an addictive personality, or obsessive personality, I should say. And I became addicted, obsessed with Halo, and I would used to play it every day. And here you go. There's this guy. I saw this video. The guy is amazing. Like, he's sick when it comes to playing Halo. He essentially plays a perfect game, and I'm like, wow, like, yes, that, of course, that's what 60,000 hours of gameplay looks like. Like, this guy is amazing. But that's, in my mind, what 60,000 hours of anything looks like. And so in my mind, when I saw this, I got on one end, I'm like impressed that this guy is just so good. On the other end, I got a little sad that I'm like, man, this guy spent 60,000 hours playing this video game. If I wouldn't choose to spend 60,000, maybe that's what this person wanted to do. I wouldn't choose to do 60,000 hours of Halo. Even the little amount of time in comparison, which was probably hundreds of hours that I spent into Halo, if not like 1,000 hours, I wish I would get those hours back. And so, of course, I don't wish to have done that, but like, when you spend 60,000 hours into anything, you're going to be really good at it. And I saw here, when I'm going to click here on the video a second, and I saw this comment from this guy. Okay, so here's the comment that I saw. To rack up 60,000 hours of Halo 3 since launch, someone would have had to play nearly 9.5 hours every single day for over 17 years straight. That is insane. That is how you can get good at anything. And to me, that is always a great reminder. It's like, why am I not getting the rewards of my career that I quote unquote deserve? In my mind, I should be further ahead, but you can't skip the numbers. And sometimes, maybe people who put in the same amount of time are further ahead than you, but it doesn't matter. As long as like you average out like 60,000 hours into anything where you are actually trying to improve, and you're going to get really good at it. And so anyway, I saw this and I was like, man, that's crazy. That you can spend that much time into this. What would happen if you would take those same 60,000 hours and invest it in an actual skill set that people valued in the world? Maybe they value this skill, but for me, a skill set like learning how to speak, which is why I'm making this YouTube videos, is because this is something that I want to get better at. I want to improve the craft of speaking, communicating ideas, teaching, simplifying concepts, giving analogies. That is a skill worthwhile to me that I can take, whether it be making YouTube videos or explaining anything. Teaching, I think, is a valuable skill set. So yeah, I'd rather have 60,000 hours spent in trying to get better at teaching, speaking, speech. So yeah, but it still stands that, I mean, it's a lesson. I also want to show you here another lesson. I was watching this podcast with this guy interviewing Mr. Beast. I think it was Theo Vaughn. It was a Theo Vaughn podcast where he's asking Mr. Beast what he learned about being a boss through his career, through him having a successful YouTube channel. And he's like, man, I learned everything. When I first started hiring, I went to a comedy club and I hired a bunch of comedians just kind of because I thought I needed somebody funny. So I went to the comedy club. I didn't hire anybody for their experience. I went to Best Buy and I hired a bunch of people from my Best Buy. So he was terrible at hiring, terrible at making business decisions. And now he is like, his YouTube channel, I think it's gotten offers for billions of dollars and his brand is huge. And he just created one of the most successful game shows in history that won so many awards. And it all started with him like being terrible at business, at making videos for the first 8 years, 9 years. Nobody was watching his videos. And so to me, that is a lesson. It doesn't matter. So often I get caught up in like, man, I wish I was better at this, or I wish I knew better, or I wish I had the answers. And as long as you're trying to improve little by little every day, you'll get there. You'll get to where you want to be as long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other. Now, look, just doing it, just showing up, a lot of people say showing up is half of the battle. I think that's true, but then you also have to be showing up with the willingness, the intention of getting better. So for me, when it comes to driving, for example, I learned to drive, I don't know at what age, but I don't think, at the very beginning, I was a terrible driver, and then I got a little bit better. And I think I've plateaued at that same level for the last so many years. Like, but it isn't something that I am trying to actively get better at. So showing up isn't all of it, right? You could keep driving all the rest of your life, but you're not going to be a better driver. So that's what happened with me. I'm not a better driver. You have to show up with the intention of getting better. And as long as you do that every day for a while, you know, this guy, 60,000 hours, these people, you could see here this Tibia, the Tibia website. You could see how long. So if I click on this person, you could see they've been at it. The chart goes back as far back as 2013, and they were already at level 400, which means they've probably been playing for way, like from 2005 or something, because it would have taken them 10 years to even get to level 400. So if they've been playing for so many years. So that is a big reminder for me, is to figure out something that you like, that you want to get better at, that you want to make your career, and just stick to it for a really long time. And part of it too has to do with, like, obviously enjoying what you do, which is, again, why I'm making this video, is because I enjoy them. But yeah, huge success lesson for me. And the reason why I thought of this video in the first place is because I was watching the funnel hacking live. So there's this event that this person, his name is Russell Brunson, the CEO of the company ClickFunnels. He puts together an event called Funnel Hacking Live. Every year they get together and they teach online marketing concepts, how to make money online, etc. And in that event, they reward people who are using ClickFunnels who've made it to the $1 million. And I remember this guy who I met when I first started out going to this event. I had met this guy. We were kind of on the same path. And I just recently opened up Facebook, and he just got the 2 Comma Club award, that award for getting to the $1 million. And I just remember him, like, going through ups and downs when I had chatted with him. So anyway, it was really cool to see him win this. And it just reminded me of this lesson. Just stick to it and keep trying to improve, get better, and you'll eventually get there. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful. If you enjoyed it, leave me a comment. Let me know what you take away from this, and let me know what this inspires in you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.